We are back again with another live stream, with another preview, another Champions League preview. And guys, I have to say this, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really excited about this game. Obviously, we didn't get the job done in Leverkusen. We didn't get the job done there. We got like I said, the performance was stinky. 2 shots on target the whole game. 1 shot on target if you don't include Kai Havertz's penalty. And I must say, we can't be playing football like that. A lot of people were attacking me when I did my post-match reaction to the last game because I criticised the performance, and the people were saying, well, you know, getting a draw away is like fine, you know, considering like no other English team won a game. Obviously, Newcastle drew, Liverpool lost, City lost 3-0, Chelsea lost 5-2, etc., etc. But that's not the point. I don't care about them. That's not my concern. My thing is this: yeah, we've got a job to do. The media keep pushing this narrative that Arsenal won for a quad, but they never say the same thing about Man City, even though they're in all the same competitions of us. It's always like Arsenal doing the quad. So we're on for the quad, guys, right? And for me, I'll be honest with you, I don't see the Champions League as a priority. Whether we win or lose this game, I'm not going to be upset. Like I said, in Europe and in the Premier League, I want better performances. I want the 3 points, but right now, obviously, in the Premier League, I'm more worried about getting over the line than the performances, because right now we just want to win a title for the first time in 22 years. So if the last, we've got 7 games left, game week 31. So, you know, if we stinky a 1-0 win, corner, set piece, FC, Ole for the last 7 games and we win the title, I honestly couldn't care less. But forget about the Premier League. We're talking about the Champions League right now. Yeah. Personally, if we were to go out to Leverkusen, it wouldn't be the end of the world for me because, like I said, we're in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, and we've got Southampton away, which I think we should be able to get over the line with that. We are in first place with 9 points gap, and City have got a game in hand, and we still need to play them at the Etihad, and we still got a couple of hard, difficult fixtures. Like, for example, we've got Newcastle at home, and I think Bournemouth at home will be quite hard as well. Obviously, they lost Semenyo and stuff like that, so it'll be a little bit easier. But even still, it's still going to be difficult. They still got players like Tavernier and Evan Nilsson and stuff like that, and that Krupi as well. He's pretty good. So there's no easy games in the Premier League at the end of the day. And then obviously we've got the final on Sunday, which I wait for. The first final in 5-6 years. I cannot wait for this, man. It's going to be insane. It's going to be great. But at the end of the day, we need to win this game. I think it's important that we win this game, not just for momentum, because you're obviously a winning team that's going for as many trophies as possible. You never want to lose a game, but also we need to get as much prize money from the Champions League as well, because, you know, we had a big summer last season, and I think we need to have, I wouldn't say a big summer this season, but we need a superstar. And I think whether it's Julian Alvarez, whether it's Kvaratskhelia, we need a player that's like elite. I don't want to get any of these like average to good players that Arsenal fans are going to gas up because they play for our club. We actually need proper players, and we need to be getting rid of the deadwood as well. You know, we need to be getting rid of that captain. We need to be moving on Martinelli. We need to be moving on Trossard. We need to be moving on Calafiori. We need to be moving on Havertz. We need to be moving on Jesus. We need to be moving on a lot of players. And let's not even talk about Reece Nelson, Fabio Vieira, and we sold Zinchenko for 1 million. For crying out loud, we're so bad at saying players, but it is what it is. So in terms of like my predicted 11 for the game,
audio.
Sorry, someone called me. I think the manager will probably go with David Raya in goal. Obviously, Timber wasn't in training, and I heard that he's going to miss the Carabao Cup final, which is not ideal. So he's probably going to go with Mosquera right back. The centre backs will probably be Gabriel and Saliba. Left back, I'll probably go with Nkape, I think, because it's against his old team, so I'll probably play Nkape. In terms of the midfield, I think he'll go with Rice, Zubimendi, and Eze. And up in the front three will probably be. I think he'll start Madueke. I really think he'll start Madueke. I think he'll start Madueke. He'll put Gyökeres for the middle, I think he'll put Gyökeres for the middle, and he'll probably put Martinelli on the left. That's not my preferred 11. My preferred 11 would probably be as follows: David Raya in goal, If he's fit, Ben White right back, Gabriel and Saliba centre back, Hincapié left back. The midfield would be Rice, Mars Lewis Skelly, and Eze in the 10. On the right, Maximus Dowman, mate. Max Dowman, the child of prophecy, the 16-year-old Super Saiyan, the Chelmsford Messi. Up front, Glockerez, and on the left, I honestly couldn't really care less, to be honest, because Martinelli and Trossard are both. I think Trossard is injured anyway, but Martinelli's a bozo. Trossard is a bozo. At this point, I don't really care who plays on the left, but because Trossard is injured, I believe, I'll probably go with Trossard on the left. In terms of how I think the game will go, I actually think it will be a bit more of an open game. I think obviously we're playing at the Emirates. It's a draw, so we're not losing. So if it goes to extra time or whatever, there's no like real pressure for us to win. I think there's more pressure on Leverkusen to win because obviously they drew their first leg. We drew the first leg and it was at home. We're at home, so I think the onus is really on them. They're not doing too well. They've got quite a few injuries. They're sixth in the Bundesliga. So I just think the onus is on them to come out and attack us. I think for me, we should be on the front foot. We should be proactive. We're at the Emirates. I want to see some progressive football. Obviously I know that Arteta is not going to do full 22-23 style because we've seen time and time again that he rarely takes the handbrake off. And a lot of people were giving him props to, bringing on Max Dowman with 22 minutes to go. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think he really deserves props because realistically, that was if you kept the thing, everybody could see in it, everybody in their nan, Stevie Wonder could have seen that. If you kept the same team, we weren't going to win that game. And if we were going to win that game, we probably would have come from an Eze long shot. But the fact that you brought Dowman on, fair play, you done it. I think calling him brave is a bit of a stretch, but he done the right thing at the end of the day. That's all that really matters. Yeah, big up Chris, bloody hell the hair. Yeah, man, I undone my braids and just letting the hair flow, man. Just chilling out here, you know what I'm saying? Big up to you, Chris. Big up Chris again. Big up, hope you well. Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Actually got a fresh tee today, actually. It's actually quite nice, man. I think it's Michael Jordan, yeah. Michael Jordan 23. Yeah, I can't get my bearings right here. Yeah, it's a nice t-shirt actually. So I'm just chilling. Just had a shower, feeling good. Feeling positive about obviously City dropping points, us getting the win. Still a little bit high off that. Obviously we've got the cup final on Sunday, but obviously today is Champions League day, so we need to win the game, basically. Big up Chris. Starting on the front foot is key for you tonight. Yeah, I think it's very important. That's why I want to play a bit of an attacking formation. I want us to move the ball quickly. I want to see Mars Lewis Skelly in midfield dropping from deep. Progressing the ball from deep because I think he's really good at like running through midfield and beating one or two man and shouldering. He's actually really, really strong and getting through, passing through balls and stuff like that. Like I remember, I think his first assist for the club, he split the defense. He passed it through about 3 different people. Got it to Jesus. Jesus crossed it against the box, and I think Saka nodded it in. So, yeah, I think personally, Mars Lewis Skelly is really, really underrated. And I think if we can get Mars Lewis Skelly to a first team level by playing him, then we can save ourselves money. I think we've been linked to Tonali and stuff like that, and his agent are saying that he's willing to move, and I'm hearing quotes of 80 million, which I wouldn't be against us buying Tonali, but I really want to bolster the attack, man, because our attack, in my opinion, is dusty, man. It's really dusty. Big up to you, Chris. Again, would you not consider resting Saliba and Gabriel for cup final as respect to Leverkusen? To be honest, I mean, we play today and then we're not going to play again until Sunday. So we've got 5 days to rest. I think that's more than enough time. And the problem is like, if we didn't play Gabriel Saliba, we get knocked out, then we kind of get a bit of egg on our face. I think you could go Gabriel and Mosquera, or you could go Saliba and Mosquera, or you could even go Calafiori and Gabriel. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't mind rotating one of them, but I think one of them has to start. And if it was up to me for this game, how I think the game will play out, I'd probably rest Saliba. Would I? Because I think Saliba's played a little bit less than Gabriel. Obviously, he was injured and he was like fasting during Ramadan, so I think, and he was a bit ill as well. So maybe I want to play Saliba into form. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know actually. You know what? To be honest, I'll probably rest one of them. I'll probably rest Gabriel. To be honest, yeah, I'll probably rest Gabriel. Yeah, I'd probably just rest Gabriel, mate. But big up to you, Chris. Big up, Danny. Sup, brother? How you doing, mate? Make sure you like the stream. Make sure you subscribe. Never seen you before, so big up to you, mate. What left winger do you think we'll get? That's a really, really good question. What left winger do I think we'll get, and what left winger do I want? Are two different questions. So I'll answer your question first, and I'll tell you which winger I want. I think we'll get, and I hope we don't, by the way. I hope to God I'm wrong, because I think Arteta wants Anthony Gordon, and a lot of people saying, oh, he's an upgrade on Martinelli, blah, 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 blah. For me, he's just English Martinelli with a little bit more tech and a little bit more of a game IQ. But for me, I don't rate him. I think he's overrated. And it's funny I say he's overrated. He's having actually probably his best season, but he scored a lot of penalties. He scored a lot of penalties. I think if you take away his penalties, he's probably got like 5-6 GA in all competitions, and that's worse than Martinelli. So for me, I see why people would say he's an upgrade on Martinelli, but when I'm hearing quotes of like 70, 80, even 90 million, nah, so no for me. The left wings I'd be looking at Nusa from RB Leipzig. I'd be looking at Kvaratskhelia. I'd be looking at Njai from Everton, Premier League proven, techie, 27 as well, so he's in the peak of his powers. I mean, I wanted Lookman, but Lookman's gone to Atletico Madrid now. I don't think what other left wingers I'd want. I don't think what other left wingers I'd want. I mean, Rodrigo, that's gone. He's done his ACL. He's going to miss the World Cup, and I don't want to. I mean, Arsenal already have enough injury-prone players as it is already. I don't want to go anywhere near him. Trying to think if there's anyone else I'd go for. I don't think so. Yeah, so my main preference would probably be Nusa, Kvaratskhelia, Njai, or I wanted Semenyo, but obviously he's gone City as well. So yeah, one of those three, to be honest. Or Rafa Leao. I'd be open to Rafa Leao as well. I think he's a player that I'd want, and I'd want Arteta to coach him in a way where, you know, he doesn't. His job isn't to, like, you know, defend. He's just to stay up, high touch line, you know, be a touchline winger and just stay up there in attack, man. That would be my preference, to be honest. Big up, Chris. At least you've got something to look forward to at the end of the season. I have to put up with the scumbags. Well, listen, bro, you can still win the FA Cup. You're still in the FA Cup. I mean, you've got to play City. City is going to be tough. But you've got the FA Cup at the end of the day. You know, you can knock City out. Is it at the Etihad as well? Yeah, you could beat City at the Etihad, get the FA Cup, finish fourth, and I think that will be a half decent season for Liverpool. In the context of how much you spent and the context of you being the Premier League champions last season, it probably wouldn't be a great season, but in the context of how poor you've been this season, I think it would be a pretty good, decent finish to the season. Like, if you told me Arsenal won the Premier League last season and they just completely had a fall off the next season, and then we managed to finish fourth, get Champions League football, and win the FA Cup, I'd be annoyed. But at the end of the day, still get to see my captain's armpits at the end of the season. And at the end of the day, that's all that freaking matters, man. If you said to me right now, Arsenal finished 10th, but we win the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and the Champions League, I could not care less, mate. I could not care less. Big up, Chris. Dark side hairstyles giving away the new left winger side at Nico. Big sakes, man. Big sakes. Big up to you, Chris. Big up, Danny. Been watching you from the start, bro, since you told Curtis you're starting the channel. Oh, shit, bro. That's actually mad. That's mad. Oh, man. Wow. Thanks, man. I appreciate the support. Yeah, I appreciate the support. I actually completely forgot about that. I was actually in Curtis's chat the other day, and I was just like saying some stuff, and I think he missed my super chat because I was like saying that the last time we spoke, I was on 700 subs. Then I went to like 1,000, and then like now I'm on like 2K, and that's all within the space of like, I think 2 months. I think so. Hopefully we can get to 3,000 by my goal is to get to 3,000 by the end of the summer, and 4,000 by the end of the year, and hopefully we can hit 10K soon. But who knows what happens, man? Like this YouTube stuff it's not easy. It's not easy. Big up, Chris. You can have Gakpo for free. Only issue is Slot will be following him for secret hookup. I'm good, man. I'm good. Big up, Danny. Respect for keeping it going, bro. Yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, I really enjoy it. You know, you can kind of, you know, you can be quite flexible with it. You can do like, there was a point where I was doing morning streams. Point I was doing like I'm doing an afternoon stream today. I can do evening stream, so it's quite flexible. And ultimately, I love the Arsenal. Like, I really, really love Arsenal. I love talking about it. I've been a fan for, you know, two plus decades now. and I've got decent ball knowledge, and I've got, I think, pretty good Arsenal knowledge as well. And yeah, like I've been a fan for the club for so long, and I can talk about Arsenal all day, man. Like, it's just a really big passion of mine, and I just love the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners, mate. Big up to you, Danny. Big up, Stack. Hey, Dark Side, can't stay. Have a good show. I hope Arsenal show up tonight. Nothing's official yet until they get over the line and win trophies. There's still a long way to go. Yeah, there's definitely still a long way to go, man. I mean, I did get a bit gassed and say on my stream that Dowman is that Dowman moment probably for me was the moment that I think we're going to win the league. But until we play Bournemouth and play City, I'm not gonna be completely 100%. Listen, if we beat Bournemouth and we beat City, that means I think that means we only have to win like 3 more games. And I think at that point, or 2 more games or something, and get like a couple of draws. And at that point, I think for me, it will be done. If we only have to get 2 more wins with 5 games to go, it's done for me. And I think City will drop points anyway. I think City will drop points against Chelsea. And I think their last game of the season, unless their game in hand gets rescheduled after it, is Aston Villa at home. And I think that will be a hard game. So they've still got Aston Villa. They've still got Chelsea. They've got Crystal Palace, which is a bogey team for them. Historically, it's been a bogey team for them. So, yeah, it's not over. We've still got a long way to go. There's still a quarter of the season left to go. I think if Arsenal make it to the final of every competition and, it goes down to the wire, there's still 12 to 15 games left of the season. 12. I think 12. 12 to 15 games of the season, I think, or something like that. So, yeah, there's still a long way to go. Big up to you, Stag. 5 likes and subscribe. Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe, people. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up Roy, Arteta out. You just cannot help yourself, can you? You love it, mate. Big up Chris. Agree. Be half decent season, not enough to save slot for me. Hopefully, be Virgil van Dijk's last trophy, then we can sell him. I mean, yeah, Virgil van Dijk's had a poor season, man. I mean, this is probably the worst season I've seen Van Dijk and since you signed him. But to be honest, I think I'd keep him because if you're going to sell, it looks like Konate is going to go on the free. So if you get rid of Konate, I'd probably keep Van Dijk for 1 more season just to help the new centre backs that you're bringing in. I've heard rumours that Jarell Konzo might be coming back. You've got a release clause in his contract, so you've got a buyback clause in his contract. So you could probably get Konzo back, and he's pretty much turned it up in at Leverkusen. He's doing well, but then you can say German league maybe a little bit easier, maybe a bit slower. So maybe if Jarell Konzo comes back to the Premier League for I think the buyback clause is 30 million, you could probably say, well, maybe he might not be able to keep up the league. But listen, sometimes you've got to roll the dice for these things, man. And at least he knows the club. He's been around the dressing room, so adjusting to the Premier League wouldn't be a long thing, and adjusting to the squad won't be long for him as well. So, yeah, I don't think it wouldn't be that bad in my opinion. Big up Roy, Arsenal win 2-0. I'm going for a 3-1. I think it will be I'm hoping it will be quite an end-to-end game. But Arsenal coming out on top. I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet. I can see be a bit of a goal-heavy occasion, but hopefully we get the win, man. I mean, like I said, I'm not super bothered about the Champions League because I think if we come up in the semi-finals against a Barcelona or even a Newcastle or an Atletico Madrid, I think we'll struggle with those moments of individual brilliance to get to the final and actually lift the trophy. And I'd rather concentrate on the domestic trophies this season. I just don't think we're set up, in my opinion, to win the Champions League. Some commentators and some, Arsenal fans will probably disagree and say I think we're more set up to win the Champions League than the Premier League because, low blocks and stuff. But the problem is that when you get to the semi-final and final, teams are going to be defending like crazy because when you're that close, you just want to win. So I don't necessarily agree with that notion. But big up to you, Roy. Big up Reform Arsenal, bro. I rate you're doing it. It's hard at the beginning with low views. Yeah, I mean, I started with 20 subscribers, man. And August I had 23 subscribers, man. And those subscribers weren't even like Arsenal fans. They were like from when I was like uploading Street Fighter videos. So yeah, just being consistent. I try to post every day, whether it's a short video or live streams. I prefer live streams because they're a little bit easier to kind of like set up and stuff. I've got like my whole setup. That's why I never look directly at the camera because I've got like different computer screens and stuff like that. And it's just easier to kind of like look over here, look at the chat and then blah, 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 blah. But yeah, just trying to be consistent, trying to build a channel. And hopefully I can do this like eventually in a couple of years, hopefully do it full time. That'll be the dream, really, to just like, get paid to talk about my team and talk about the Premier League and obviously make more channels and do other things and stuff like that. But that's a long way away anyway. And there's no guarantee to know that I will even like it'll get off the ground or anything like that. It's just kind of like, just like a little bit of an ambition of mine. Big up, Chris. If you beat Bournemouth, I say even draw at City, it'd be done. Yeah, I mean a win or a draw is fine, to be honest. I'd prefer to win. I'd really. If you said to me, we can win at Bournemouth and draw at City, or we can draw at Bournemouth or lose to Bournemouth and then beat City. I think for me that's huge. And obviously drawing with Bournemouth, winning with Bournemouth and drawing with City is 4 points, and losing to Bournemouth and beating City is only 3 points. But that takes 3 points away from City. So I'm saying, and I think in the grand scheme of things, it ends up being better, even though it's 1 less point. I think beating City and losing to Bournemouth would be better than beating Bournemouth and drawing with City. Maybe not. Somebody feel free to if you disagree, but personally, I think I just really want to beat Pep Guardiola. I want to really beat that board fraud, man, so badly. Because the last time Arsenal won at the Etihad, I believe was 15-16. I believe it was the Leicester season when Leicester won the league, when we last beat them. And I think Coquelin, Giroud, and Santi Cazorla masterclass. If I remember correctly, please feel free to comment and correct me if I'm wrong. Big up, Roy. Respect to Arteta for calling on the press to stop building Dowman up and to protect him. 15 questions on. Yeah, but come on, man. I mean, he's just become the youngest Premier League goal scorer of all time. You can't, the press are going to try and hype him up and stuff like that. But yeah, I do respect Arteta for protecting him because, people talking about England call-ups and all that kind of stuff. Listen, as Arsenal fans, we know Wilcott went to the World Cup at 16 years old. I don't think it ruined him, but I just think it was too early for him to go to England. I mean, bro, you're doing your GCSEs and you're starting for England. It's crazy. Maybe not starting, but coming off the bench. At the end of the day, if Thomas Tuchel feels like he's good enough, then he'll probably get the call, and I don't think he's going to say no. But I think it's too early. I think maybe when he's 17, 18, maybe. But now, who knows? But then again, if we win the Premier League this season, you could say that they've got nothing to lose. So it's a bit of a catch-22. I mean, personally, if we go and let's say we go and do the Carabao Cup and the Premier League double, and obviously Dowman gets his winners medals and stuff like that. Yeah, let him go to the World Cup, man. It'll be I think it'll be just a great experience for him because even if England fail or he misses a penalty or something like that, he'll still have the one of Arsenal to fall back on. So I don't think it'll damage his confidence. Plus, he won't be getting all that abuse that Saka and them not got. So I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be all right, man. Big up, Chris. 2-0 was my Arsenal prediction. Fair enough. I've gone with a 3-1. I think it'll be a bit. I think it'll be more of a cagey game because I think Leverkusen will come out to attack us, and I think we'll be able to hit them on the counter. I think really what it comes down to is who scores first. If Arsenal score first, it will be more of an open game. But if Leverkusen scores first, it could get real techie in my opinion. Big up, Danny. Bro, we winning it all this season just because nobody wants us to. It's going to be rub it in your face FC at the end of this. Bro, let me tell you something, yeah? If we win even 2 trophies this season, so obviously you've got the 2 small boys, the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, and you've got the 2 big boys, the champs and the title, yeah? If we do a double, which is, in my opinion, the 1 big boy and 1 small boy, so say title and Carabao Cup or title and FA Cup or champs and Carabao Cup, I am going to be freaking unbearable. And if this manager manages to pull off a domestic treble or something, like he does League, Cup, FA Cup, and title, we're going to be unbearable. I'm going to be a top... Bro, if we win more than 2 trophies this season, I'm going to be a top gooner, mate. I'm going to be a top gooner for the next 6 months. I'm telling you, you know me, I don't really F with the top gooners, but for the next 6 months, I'm going to be a top gooner, mate. Trust me. Big up, Chris. Arsenal more set up to win domestic treble this season. Only reason not set up to win the Champions League is Arteta puts the handbrake on. You need to outscore teams, especially in the latter stage. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. The lack of individual brilliance and the game breakers up front, I think, is what will undo us ultimately in the Champions League latter stages. And also, just a lack of freedom. I think, handbrake, like you said, we're in a better position to win the league than we are to win the Champions League. There's a long way to go in the Champions League. We still got to get past, in my opinion, will be a very difficult Bodo Glimt. They're playing like prime Barcelona, man. It's crazy. And then even if we get past Bodo Glimt, we still got to play either an Atleti or a Newcastle or a Barcelona. None of those are going to be hard. In fact, I don't really want Atleti because we beat them this season, this is like the curse of what happened in the league stage. We spanked them in the league stage, and then I reckon if we played them in the semi-final, we'd get cooked. That's just my personal opinion, anyway. But yeah, my concern is I'm more fussed about the title anyway. I'm not really super fussed about the Champions League. I think we should concentrate on winning the Premier League and concentrate on the Champions League next season, because we can get better strikers and we can get better wingers and stuff like that. Big up to you, Chris. It was 14-15. Okay, thanks. Afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all good. Yeah, big up Sandeep, man. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Make sure you hit the like button, people. Make sure you subscribe. Let me know your thoughts let me know your predictions down below about the game. If you want to talk about anything else, because I'm going to be wrapping up in 5 minutes anyway. If you want to like bring up any other topics, like if you support another team or something like that, just let me know. Big up Chris. This is a great channel. You say what you think and how everyone should be. Yeah, I mean, bro, like I will never come on here and be like the happy clappers that say, all the Arteta's a genius and he's world class and all the stuff, and we've got the best squad in the world. Calma, tranquilo, por favor. Respira despacio. Calm down, breathe slowly, people, because until we win, until we get over the line, it ain't done. It ain't done, mate. Until we get over the line, it ain't done. I don't want to be talking about this, that, and we've only lost 3 games and blah, 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 blah. Until we get over the line, I'm not going to be jumping in for joy and like getting too excited and stuff like that, because I'm telling you, we lose to Bournemouth, we draw and lose to City, and all of a sudden, it's panic stations. All of a sudden, City are right back in it, and it's panic stations. We lose the final to City, and then we lose the next game to Bournemouth. All of a sudden, we've lost our first trophy of the season, and it's panic stations. So for me, just temper the expectations. Temper the expectations. Big up Roy. Also heard people wanting Dowman in the squad for the World Cup. He's 16 for fuck's sakes. Let him get a few A-levels first. I also read that his family are mad Arsenal supporters. Yeah, so I used to work with somebody that a woman. I used to work with a woman who like adjacently knew their family, and they were like, yeah, they're like mad Arsenal supporters. He's been sponsored by Adidas since he was like 13, and I think they're like pretty well to do as well. So like he comes from a pretty good family, I've heard. Really, really polite, nice boy. So he needs to be nurtured properly, he needs to be protected. But yeah, I've got super Saiyan levels of expectations for this kid, man. I think he's like I said, I don't want to say generational talent yet, but he's special. You can tell just by the eye test, you can tell that this kid is special, man. You can tell he's special. Big up Roy. Can Chelsea or Man City get through? Personally, I think Man City are capable of doing a remontada and doing a madness, but I think Chelsea are probably out. They lost 5-2 away. They've got to score 4 goals to go through at home, and that's if PSG don't score anything. So realistically, I'd say Chelsea, man. Yeah, I'd say because this isn't the Man City with Kevin De Bruyne, a prime Phil Foden, firing Phil Foden, a firing Haaland, and a clutch Gundogan and a clutch Bernardo Silva. This is not that same City team. So I'd probably say that Chelsea and Man City are out. I'd say Chelsea more so. Man City probably have a chance of coming back. If they score 2 goals in quick succession, who knows what could happen? Plus, Mbappe, I think, is injured as well. So, I mean, it's possible for Man City to come back, but Chelsea, for me, they're done, mate. I can tell you right now, Kvaratskhelia or Dembele will score in the first 15 minutes, and then it'll be 6-2 in aggregate, and then they're going to be chasing shadows, man. Chelsea are done, in my opinion. Big up, Chris. I would have Dowman in the England squad personally. Didn't stop Spain with Yamal, of course. There's media risk if he misses the penalty, if he saw Saka in the Euro final. Yeah, the thing is with like that, obviously because he's still growing and he's like, I think it's because Yamal was played so much. He had like he's got these constant injury problems now where he's like in and out of the squad and stuff like that. So I think it's too soon. I think we've got enough quality to get far with him. I don't think that this England squad under Tuchel will win the World Cup. I think France are the clear favourites, in my opinion. Like that France squad is fake, mate. It's absolutely fake. But you know what? We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'd say there's a decent chance that Dowman will get called up to the England squad. But I really do think it depends on what he does with Arsenal and how much he plays with Arsenal. Because if he plays a lot with Arsenal, then it probably makes it more likely that he'll get called up. But if he doesn't, then he probably won't. Make sure you hit the like button, people. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. Big up Roy. Other topics, get your hair cut. Well, bro, I'm going to get my hair braided later anyway, so watch your damn mouth, mate. All right. Big up Terrell, man. Big up Darkside. Yeah, big up to you, man. Got anything coming up? Got any shows coming up? I'm going to be going on the Bruised Banana on Thursday, so make sure you check Shane Gooner's stream out. Make sure you subscribe to Shane Gooner, people, as well. Can't wait for that, man. I've got a whole little thing ready for Shane. I think he's going to be pleasantly surprised, but I can't wait to go on the show. It's going to be good, man. Big ups, Roy. Shape that beard. What's wrong with my beard, man? What's wrong with my beard? I've got a full beard, bro. What's wrong with it? Got a nice full beard, bro. What's wrong with my beard? Big up the chat. Big up Chris. I'm shocked my channel not been took down with the mad stuff I've said since 2023. Sorry. No comment. I'll be at the game tonight. Oh, sick. Oh, nice, man. That's gonna be. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. Because I watched your preview and you did say you was gonna be at the game tonight, and I think you said that you hope that your luck changed because every time you've been to a game, you've not won since you've gone to games. So I've not been to the Emirates since the summer. Actually, I usually go to the Emirates Cup and I tried to go to a game during the I tried to go to a Premier League home game once during the season. I was like, bro, these people are not getting my money until they lift the Premier League, man. They don't deserve my money, but had to cop the SA10 this year because I was like, man, I'm actually excited that this club's spending money again. Big up Sandeep. Can you see City dropping any points in their fixtures? So let me say this, yeah. I predicted in my preview for the Everton game that Arsenal would win a stinky 2-0 and City would drop points. So, and I got it spot on. Arsenal won a stinky 2-0 and City dropped points. I did say that West Ham would win, but if they don't win, they are not losing. I did say that. They are not losing. They are fighting for their lives. They are not losing, mate. I'm telling you that for free. And I got it spot on. Drew 1-1, Mavropanos masterclass, and obviously we won Gyökeres and Dowman. So out of their fixtures, let me just get their remaining fixtures up and I'll give you a more of a comprehensive after. Give me a sec, guys. Let me just get City's fixtures up. Man City, Prem, fixtures. So let me just share this screen. Okay, no, this isn't the right one. I need to get. There we go. So this has been postponed, so I don't know when that's going to be. Their next game is Chelsea away. I predicted Chelsea win, so 0 points. Then they've got Arsenal. I predict either a 2-2 or a 3-2 Arsenal, so they're going to drop points again here. Burnley away. I reckon they'll win 3-0. So that'll be points. Everton away. I'm going to go 1-1. Brentford at home. Going to go 3-1 City. Bournemouth away. I'm going to go 2-1 City. And Manchester City, Aston Villa at the end of the season. I'm going to go 3-2 City. And in their postponed game, Manchester City versus Crystal Palace, I'm going to go 2-2 Palace. So in those games, they drop points once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So I think they're going to drop points 4 more times. Maybe it's wishful thinking, but I can see them dropping 4 more points, in my opinion. And if you think about, and then if we just compare it with Arsenal's, hold on. Arsenal Prem fixtures. Let me just share this, change the screen. So if you look at Arsenal's fixtures, Arsenal Bournemouth, I think that'll be a 3-1. I've predicted either a 2-2 or a 3-2 to Arsenal. Newcastle at home, I'm going to go 1-1. I think we drop points here, in my opinion. Fulham at home, I think we beat them 3-0. West Ham away, I think we beat them 2-1. Burnley at home, I think we beat them 3-1. And Crystal Palace away, I think we win that 1-0. So out of Arsenal's fixtures, I think we're going to drop points. I think we're going to drop points once or twice. One of them will be against City with a draw. I don't think we'll lose that game. I think we'll drop points against Newcastle. I think that'll be a draw. I think we'll beat Bournemouth. I think we spank Fulham. I think we'll beat West Ham slightly. I think we'll spank Burnley. And I think we'll get a 1-0 to the Arsenal. So I think we'll drop points like twice. Yeah, I think we'll drop points twice. That's my conclusion. I think we're going to drop points twice. I can definitely see City dropping points because City don't look that strong, man. They look 1 minute they go on a little run and then now they just look like they've given up. Like, you know what? If you saw the faces of Phil Foden, Doku, Haaland, and I want to say Rodri at the end of the West Ham game, they look like they've just deflated, man. They look like they're giving up. Big up Danny. Chelsea's manager was writing things down for a long time. Dear Dari, I'm effing fed up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, Chelsea are a bit inconsistent because they lost at home to Newcastle 1-0. But I feel like they'll go and turn up for Man City. It's crazy. Big up Chris. France have 3 starting 11. Bro, it's insane. It's insane. They're by far the favourites, man. They are by far the favourites. And it's not even close. It's not even close either. I can't see how they're not the favourites. Like, their team is ridiculous. Got Mbappe, Dembele, Elise. Bro, like, their front three is insane. For me, I think they've got the best front three. I mean, they got the best squad depth. They got Upamecano. They got Saliba. Trying to think. They got Tena Hernandez. They got what else have they got? Trying to think midfielders, French midfielders. Bro, they got a crazy squad anyway. That's the point. Is they got a crazy squad anyway. I would say though, I don't rate Upamecano that much. I think he's a bit. I've got a bit of a donkey demon in him, but whatever. I still think France is still the favourites though by far. Let me get rid of this. I'm going to read these comments out and then I'm going to redirect you to Rich, actually. I'm glad we have Tuchel as manager, finally a winning manager. Hopefully we take the Nations League seriously. I'm starving as an England fan. Yeah, same here, man. Like, obviously as England fans, we ain't ever seen England win anything in our lifetimes. Unless you're in your 70s or 80s, you haven't seen nothing. Obviously there was Terry Venables and stuff like that. But again, we had the golden generation, but we just didn't do anything. So, and this idea that Gareth Southgate done a good job and he's England's most successful manager, he didn't win anything. For me, going out in the quarterfinals and going out on the final, you didn't win anything. So it doesn't really make a difference to me. Like, you didn't win nothing. So yeah, this losing mentality, man. If we win the League Cup final on that Sunday, there will not be holding a parade. No, we'll be done with the Premier League. They'll bring the Premier League. When we win the Premier League, they'll do it with the Premier League. Big up Chris. Could not give a crap. It's Tuchel is German. The people saying that celebrate jubilees for the royal family that are German. Yeah, the royal family are German, bro. Like, they're literally German. It's crazy. Like, who cares, man? Like, who cares if it's a German manager? Just win the fucking trophy. Big up Roy. You said West Ham would win. There's video evidence. Remember, yeah, I did say West Ham would win or they would drop points. That's what I said. I did do the caveat. So yeah, you got me. There you go. Chelsea aren't great, but they give everyone a game. Yeah. I mean, when we played them at the Bridge, even with 10 men, it's like, I don't know what happened, man. They just turned up and were unreal against us, man, when they played against us. But Arteta should have gone for it, though. He should have gone for it, man. We got Chris. It's West Ham and Newcastle games that could be sticky, even though you thrashed West Ham at their place in the past few years. Obviously, City the big one. Yeah, City's the big one for me. If we beat City, then I think it's wraps. I think it's wraps after that. Big up Chris. I don't see City keeping a clean sheet versus Arsenal. No, I don't think so either. And if it is a clean sheet, I reckon it will end. If it ends as a clean sheet, it'll probably be 0-0, which I would take a 0-0, to be honest. If you said to me right now we get 0-0 versus City and beat Bournemouth, I would take it. Big up Danny. Can't remember his name, bro, but I'd take the Leverkusen striker all day. Yeah, that young black guy. Yeah, that young. Hold on, what's his name? And you know who looks pretty good as well? That Tap Sober. He looks pretty good as well. He looks pretty decent, in my opinion. He looks decent. Let me check. We played them on Wednesday, didn't we? Yeah, so let me check what his name is. Kafane. Yeah, that's it. Kafane. He was good. He was really good. He was really, really good, man. I definitely rate him. you know what? Actually, in terms of like players, I'd take him as a backup, and I'd also take Coyote from Brentford as a backup right back if we saw Ben White, because I think Coyote is quality, man. I already have 7 to 8 family and friends coming around on Sunday to watch the £200 million game, Spurs versus Forest. Anybody would think Spurs beat Liverpool and not got a draw last minute goal. Yeah, I mean, I hope Nottingham Forest win that game, man. I hope Nottingham Forest. Darren Anderson, I need you to turn up. Murillo, I need you to turn up. Who's their striker? Have they still got Awani? Who's Hudson-Odoi, Gibbs White? Turn up, man. I need you guys to turn up. Big up Chris. Deschamps is the only thing holding France back. He's becoming stale. I think the last tournament before Zidane takes over. Yeah, I think Zidane's going to take over soon. So France going to get even scarier, to be honest. Big up Roy. I've given up living to see England win the World Cup. Back to supporting Brazil again. Hey, listen, I don't blame you. Fair enough, man. Listen, needs must. Do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do. If England go out, then I'll probably end up just supporting France, man, because I know they're probably going to win. Roy Marsh, big up Roy. Should Arsenal have bought Sesko instead of Gyökeres? You know what? I was thinking about this the other day. You know, yes, I do think so. But it's hindsight. I really wanted Gyökeres, but in hindsight, we probably should have bought Sesko because he suits the system more. And he probably would have been a bit more clinical than Gyökeres. But it is what it is now. We've got Gyökeres, so it is what it is. It is what it is, man. It's done now. We can't change it. But I'm gonna wrap things up there, people, because I'm waffling now. So make sure you hit the like button, people. Make sure you subscribe. Going to be redirecting to Rich. Make sure you hit the dark side raid, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.